up, guys? Welcome back to the Patreon. It is October 2nd of 2021. Today we got a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm actually pretty excited for the crypto market right now. We saw a really awesome recovery for Bitcoin recently, putting in another macro higher low on the long-term chart. And honestly, things can't really look any better for crypto right now. And I do think that we are on the precipice of the next major all-time high break and also the next major multi-month pump going into the end of this year, and maybe even the first few months of 2022. We will see a continuation of the bull run and end the bull run sometime in the first quarter of 2022. Of course, that's just speculation, but we do have data to back up this theory. And in today's video, I want to talk about that, and I also want to talk about a couple new altcoins that I added to my portfolio, and those are Moonriver and Avalanche. So let's just dive into the video. So to start off the video, before we get into the charts themselves, let's talk about a couple tweets that I found interesting. And this is actually a chart that somebody shared in our VIP chat in Discord earlier today. This is the long-term RSI relative strength index for Bitcoin stemming back to the beginning of Bitcoin's time, right? So we're looking at 2010 all the way up to where we are now. And we can see that every time a major run has ended, whether it's a major run or the peak of a bull market, looking at the RSI, this metric right here, pretty much every major run has ended above this 80 level, right? Every major run ends above the 80, even the one we just saw at 65,000. And we're currently sitting right here for the long-term RSI. And this basically means, from this point, we're either going to extend down to a bear market low or another bull market peak. And I'm willing to bet that we're probably going to end up seeing another major peak in the RSI, meaning that we have another major bull run ahead of us. Another awesome chart that TechDev posted was this Bitcoin chart comparing the 2021 cycle to the blue 2017 cycle. And if you're looking at this picture, I mean, it's really interesting to see just how similar all of this behavior is. And we have another higher low that we just formed after this breakout that we saw. And it's just like 2017. And it's also in the same month as 2017, right? October was started off with a very bullish month. Even the first day in 2017, October, it was extremely bullish, right? And we had a major run leading up. And also something else to mention that I observed is that October 1st is the Chinese national holiday, which is weird and interesting. And if you're looking at these two cycles, we pumped on October 1st in 2017 and now. So really weird. I don't know. I guess China controls this market to a very large degree. I mean, that's pretty obvious. But yeah, let's just hop into the chart now. Taking a look at Bitcoin on the daily. One of my favorite things about this Bitcoin chart right now is that this previous resistance from January, this previous resistance from after the dump, and even this area right here, it is now a new support, right? A major previous resistance has just flipped, boom, into support. And that is honestly the best thing we could have asked for. And now this is giving us a macro higher low, major low at that 30K range and a major higher low now. And that's awesome macro structure, right? We held that resistance and bounced. And basically my point is that ultimately, I think from this point here, from where we are now, the chart in the future is going to end up looking like what we just talked about. It's going to probably end up looking somewhat similar to 2017. One final all-time high break and a multi-month pump to the next peak. And also Ethereum is looking quite good. Actually, we have a tweet from Parabolic, which is one of our Patreon members, Matthew Highland. He made a tweet here showing that Ethereum was actually in a cup and handle, and I didn't even notice that. So that was a good catch. And Ethereum is right now holding the long-term upward sloping trend line. We're holding it really nicely, and we do have a cup and handle. And Bitcoin's looking really bullish right now, and Ethereum is probably going to see a major breakout. And in Patreon on August 28th, the post from August 28th, we discussed Bitcoin and Ethereum profit-taking zones. And if we're just going to go take a look at what I posted here for Bitcoin, the next major profit-taking zone is 124,000, and then above that, 180,000. And maybe we go higher than that, which is why I'm going to keep my final 25% for a final blow off top, which could be a couple weeks or something into the 200K range. And for Ethereum, in this post, I also have the targets for ETH, and we're looking for the first medium-term target, if once we break above the cup and handle that we're in right now, is 6,000, the 1618. And Parabolic also pointed out his measured move of 6,668, so you could look at that as well. But for the two targets for Ethereum, it's 8,700, and then the next one, 13,000. And again, I'm going to hold 25% of my ETH at the end of that in case we have a blow-off top for a couple weeks for even bigger gains, right? Maybe we touch 20K or something at the end. We'll see. But, we may not actually go that high, so you want to be taking profits along the way. So just a quick recap on all of that stuff. So we took a look at all those charts there, gave my long-term opinion, my long-term analysis, and also going along with that, this heartline, this long-term chart, when you're above the heartline, it's a profit-taking zone. So everything above 100K is profit zone. You guys already know that. The Bitcoin logarithmic growth chart says that we will go to at least 150K, right? So I just wanted to give a quick recap on all of that stuff. My public portfolio is looking pretty good. Just the other day, it was at like 550,000. Now it's 657,000. So I gained literally six figures in the past 2 days from this pump, which is a really nice recovery. I'm sure all of your guys' portfolios are also doing the same thing. So that is really fun to see. And also the two recent altcoins that I bought not too long ago are Moonriver and Avalanche. Now, my positions for these two are not that big. I actually think I'm going to double up my Moonriver position very soon, maybe even today. I do think that Moonriver is going to see possibly a 10x from this point because the Moonriver project is somewhat comparable to the nature of the Kusama project, right, in terms of its growth potential. And if you go to Moonriver, you can see that the market cap is 650 million. And Kusama's market cap is 3 billion. And if you compare this Kusama chart, this is the long-term logarithmic chart, and if you compare it to Moonriver, what you'll notice is that what Moonriver has done, this run up and a downward sloping consolidation, long sideways action, that type of a formation was almost exactly what Kusama did back here in mid 2020. A really nice run up, long, consolidation. It's really almost the same exact market structure. And I think that Moonriver, this is the Kusama chart, I think Moonriver is going to do something like this, a 10x, and then have another consolidation. So I really do think that Moonriver is going to be going off the charts here and seeing a possible 10x, which means that maybe Moonriver will at some point be worth $3,000. Moonriver is going to act as some key infrastructure for the Kusama and also the Polkadot network, right? It's going to be assisting all of that. The cool thing, for those of you that don't know, Moonriver is a fully Ethereum-compatible smart contract parachain on Kusama. Due to this Ethereum-like design and developer-friendly approach, Moonriver has attracted dozens of projects to build on it. It does this by providing a full EVM implementation, a Web3-compatible API, and bridges that connect Moonriver to existing Ethereum networks. This allows developers to deploy existing Solidity smart contracts and dApps front ends to Moonriver with minimal changes. It is intended to be a companion network to Moonbeam on Polkadot, where it will provide a permanently incentivized canary network. New code will ship to Moonriver first, where it can be tested and verified under real economic conditions. Once proven, the same code will ship to Moonbeam on Polkadot. Right, so it's in a similar position as Kusama, which is kind of why I think it could do something just like this. So that's really so right now, I mean, that's probably the best, most surefire altcoin pick you can take. It's not like a super low cap, but it's still, below $1 billion, right? And that's a pretty good opportunity for a promising project like Moonriver. And it's currently finishing this consolidation. And the only people that got in on Moonriver were the people that bought in, below this area right here, right in that first accumulation zone. So it's at a good area of opportunity, I would say, right? So I've already dipped my toes into this one. I have 14.4 Moonriver, and I think I might just double up my position soon while we're still consolidating before this thing goes off the charts, which I really do think is going to happen. Now, I also bought a little bit of Avalanche. You guys know that Avalanche is a really good competing smart contracts platform that has tons of innovation, a lot of social media presence, and a lot of community support, a lot of development. It's doing really well recently. The market cap is extremely high already. You know, it's the number 12 coin. So the opportunity is good, but it's not the best, you know, not the best, most, it's not the coin that's going to pump you, you know, out of this world, right? But it is probably going to see some good growth. We're in a major breakout already, and this could extend up into a multi-$100 price tag. Now I actually may end up spending my Avalanche on Avalanche altcoins, right? That's where I think more gains are possible. I have 65 AVAX, but I may end up buying something like PFI, Penguin Finance. Penguin Finance is a yield farming and staking DeFi application, and Penguin Finance, I think, is still in an accumulation point, right? There's no major breakout yet. Again, I have not bought this, but I'm looking at Penguin Finance as a possible altcoin pick. Maybe I'll do that soon. I'm pretty sure at some point I am going to be adding this. Pangolin, PNG, is a DEX on AVAX, or Avalanche. And if we take a look at the chart, this is also sitting at a really low level. Another possible altcoin that I may buy with that AVAX that I have. Just throwing a couple potential picks that I'm looking at right now, so you guys can also do some research. But again, at this moment, right now, I do think that Moon River is the best opportunity, most surefire thing. Of course, nothing is guaranteed. Anything can happen. You can lose all the money you invest in this market if something goes wrong at any time, right? It's not financial advice. There is a lot of risks with everything. But for the most part, guys, I mean, I think that's it. Awesome recovery recently, a really exciting pump that we're in right now for the overall market. And now we have this new upward sloping trend line right here. And actually what's interesting is if you go to Bitcoin on the daily and you actually pull up your line chart, the line chart gives you an interesting trend line. So let's pull up the line chart real quick before we end this video. And, you know, the line chart only accounts for candle body closes. So let's take a look at where this lines up. So let's go, you know, from the March low and then this October low in 2020 to this low here. They all line up. Check it out. They all line up. So we are on this macro upward sloping trend right now. The bull market never really ended, guys. Not in my opinion, didn't really end. And especially, and some people disagree with me, but especially when you look at this chart that we were talking about. I mean, you can see why I'm saying this bull run hasn't ended. The behavior is quite similar to 2017. And if you're looking at the market cycle from the last market cycle top, I mean, we're like right on track with 2017. We're actually in a really close, you know. So we may end up seeing Bitcoin end this bull run in the first couple months of 2022. That's what I think. But that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys, found all those new altcoin picks interesting. And I hope you guys are having a great start to your month. And I will see you all in the next update.